fast forward this warp a little bit. I guess I wasn't paying as much attention. I didn't realize we were actually below the planet. But I guess we are. That's interesting and a little disappointing. Because it means we're not going to have a pretty orbit. But we will have an orbit. And I guess what I could do is a quick... Let me see if I can do a quick delta V burn to try and fix this. Wow, it says T-minus 182 days. That makes no sense. I guess it's because it's on the purple line instead of the blue line. And that's not how we want to do this. It is a little oddly buggy. There we go. So I can sometimes get on the blue line. So if we add a quick sort of change in burn up here. Do we change our encounter so we get a quick 26-second delta V burn? Okay, so we don't want to overshoot it or we'll be in trouble. We're just going to give ourselves a nice smooth encounter, something that's going to be a little bit closer up here. So we're going to do a friendly burn. Said we'll get an encounter in orbit anyway, but I want it to be neater, if at all possible. So let's get closer to the node, and we're going to do a 2-minute burn on our nuclear engines. And yes, I do say nuclear instead of nuclear. So we're just wearing down the time frame, biding time. Less than an hour. I have a bad tendency of overshooting my little nodes here, so that's why I'm being cautious, as you may have noticed before. So 35, we want to do a 30-second burn. Let's get down to, there we go, let's get down to just a little bit there. So this is going to be a weird burn. Our ship's going to be far easier to move now. We don't have a huge hunk of crap on us. And we don't have a ton of RCS fuel, but I actually don't know where my ready fuel is going to be at all. I do need to save some of this fuel for, there it is. Okay, so it's going to be right at the 0 degree mark. Ooh, let me actually fix my nav here. There we go, I'm dumping, I put only one fuel tank, or maybe I should put more, but stay stable. Let's drop it right in at 2 minutes, I guess. 1 minute 40 seconds. Or, God, I can't do math here. It's gonna be a 50-second burn total. So wait, I'm doing that backwards. I'm gonna get a 25-second burn to keep it even on both. As long as this doesn't screw up our encounter, I hope it doesn't. We should be good. It's going to be our second to last adjustment. Our next goal is going to be to go into orbit, so we're just going to speed up time one more time to get these seconds down, and then we're just going to do a quick burn, because we have plenty of fuel. 2 nuclear engines. It's a lot easier and a lot more work. When I was trying to do it before, I actually managed to attempt a 10-minute burn. I just went to the kitchen, and when I came back, my ship was half destroyed. I was like, what in the hell? I don't make things on Kerbal like they used to. Rocket scientists. I don't know. Well, we're not going to need our RCS as soon as I cut the stuff on, so that I can save a little bit on monopropellant there. And let's go ahead and hit the map view, because that's the map. That's the view that matters to me right now. So RCS off. Save this on. Estimated burn is now 4 minutes. So we're just going to do this a little bit, I guess. I got gypped on my time frame, apparently. I'm not going to do a 4-minute burn for you all. Or I could speed it up a little bit. I don't mind I don't mind a crazy orbit, because I need that fuel probably better served to slow down. So let's remove that node, because I passed it. I was like, just a few seconds, that's pretty nice. So, hey, you ready to encounter Duna? I am. Let's go ahead and speed this up. We were going 7,000 meters per second, and then some. So let's warp this. 1,000. Getting there, getting there. I don't mind watching the pixels pop. Let's actually watch the perspective change, and we will go slow back down. So where is it? I think that's it. I don't know for sure. But that's kind of a little red spot in the sky. I guess we'll know in just a second. It's going to be opposite of the sun does, so it could be, it should be visible. There we go. So we are currently encountering a new planet. That's not it, that's a star. There's so many things in the sky. I mean, if I looked around, I'm sure I should be able to find it. It's actually kinda right above me too. So that's the crazy thing right now, is that because I didn't properly calculate that, I now am in the position of I'm going to have a crazy ass orbit for this, but that's okay. I do not mind that at all, because that means I've also made it. My worry is how far am I going to have to burn my shit just to reach an orbit. 7 minutes. Now that is a tiny... Is that 250? You know what, the important thing is that I've actually reached it. So let's actually see what happens when we zoom this out a little bit. So we don't want to, because we don't want to get caught in the gravity well. We don't want to crash into the planet. So let's see here. If we do a, I'll take 250. That's going to be a 7-minute burn, so it looks like we're going to be speeding up this video a little bit for you guys. And we are going to have a screwed up orbit, because this is what happens with long-range planet stuff. For those of you who can actually aim and hit a pinpoint mark like this, this is like probably 1 or 2 degrees off. If that, I applaud you who can actually make this happen. But we got 3 hours. So if this is the sun, I guess I can find this star in the sky. Duna's going to be above us somewhere. But I guess we're going to get closer and we are going to see it for ourselves. Because right now it is pulling us up and away. So let's get closer to our encounter, and then I'm going to be fast forwarding the video in the burn phase. So sit tight, sit tight. Hang on to your butts. Because, yeah, you can notice the ring of the planet moving around. We're going to be doing a burn at the, I guess the 4-minute mark pretty much entirely, and hopefully we don't get gypped on when it expects us to do things. So not the stablest orbit ever, but screw it. It's my orbit. I'll do what I want. So there we go. We're going to go 4 minutes. We're going to start our... Actually, we're going to go find our backwards direction here real quick. This is what I need the monopropellant for. That's exactly what I need it for. And we did bring enough, so thank goodness. I have no real desire to crash this into anything, because we're currently pretty far away from the planet, and I would love to take a closer look at it. Because this is a probing mission where we are probing Mars. Is there life on Mars? David Bowie could tell us. Bowie. Sorry, Flight of the Conchords. It's late. So here we go. We are set in position. We're gonna just look in the sky, and we are gonna start our burn shortly. So, 30 seconds. Planet should be just above us. So, above is relative, but we are going to start our burn. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, burn it. Alright. We are trying to slow the crap down. So you're looking for Duna. Looking for Duna. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Maybe that is... I swear it looks like a star, because there's so many pixels. kudos to the developers of this game. This is fun. This is a surprising challenge. But all I'm going to do here is try and set our orbit up. But I'm going to fast forward through this part. Alright, and we're back. We have about 45 seconds left on our burn. You can see the orbit's starting to curve, which is awesome because we're going to encounter this very shortly if I don't blow up my engines first, which I prefer not to do this close. We're just going to let this curve go. I will take the orbit I can get. That explains why I was consistently around 30 million off, is because I didn't have an equal orbit with Duna. So here we go, we are in orbit. We're in orbit, that's awesome. 8 million, there we go, 3 million. Let's cut this off here. So right now we're in a pretty decent orbit. 2 million miles in the sky. Let's actually go for just a little bit closer, because I want to get a really nice close look at this place. So how close are we coming in? 1 million. Actually, I got Sphere of Influence. I think I had an Ike encounter pop up for just a second. That's funny. That would be like that would be like the accidental mission. Let's see here. How many miles? Let's go ahead and let's get it to a good, let's say 150. There we go, 136. Alright, so we are now in orbit around a whole new planet. That's awesome. And now I get to fix this orbit. But fortunately, I am doing fantastically on my fuel supply. I have plenty of fuel. Unfortunately, I am going 18 meters per second. So I had to bring myself to pretty much a dead stop. But I am at the highest point of my orbit by far, so we're going to be accelerating here quite a bit. So this could take a little bit of time to move around. It's like, hey guys, look, we're actually slowing down. There we go. How long is this going to take? This has been the longest mission ever. We're slowly accelerating. There we go. Can we see? I want to be able to see it pop in. So we are currently falling towards the planet, so it should be coming up in our visibility. We should be able to see Ike as well. But our target is still a little far away. Let me go ahead and add a second slowdown maneuver. I don't care that our orbit's ugly. It's my orbit, and I'll cry if I want to. So actually not going to take a very long burn to do this. So that's cool. Let's see here. How far can we fall down here? So let's see here. We can get pretty decent orbit. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah. I don't want to go that far. So let's see if we can see Mars, Duna on the horizon. I am pixel hunting like a mofo, which I suck at. It's here relative to the sun. It's not really going to be towards us. But we're now falling towards it about 150 meters per second, so should be coming up any time now. 7 hours, 3 hours to our mark. So we really, there it is, we can actually See the ice caps on the mini-map zoomed in pretty comfortably now. I don't know what the gravity's like, so I don't want to aero brake into this place. But it should be visible if I can just pop and find it. I feel so dumb. There it is. There it is. That is cool to see. I've been working on this for days. This is what we call payoff time. Kind of like it's all new to me, you know? So yeah, there it is. Getting closer. And you are not going to have a chance to return home, buddy, so let's actually move this slow down right over here so that we can have maybe 119 and 500. Let's see if we can do better. So how far would you be? Up and down. This is the most hilariously awful orbit I could have possibly dreamed of. And I don't care. Because I'm around a planet I've never seen before. So let's warp. I guess one thing that's interesting to me when you think about the course of human history versus these brave Kerbals is that surely there are people in mankind, in humanity, that would be willing to sacrifice their lives just to go see another planet, yet we never do it. So let's take a look. It's just interesting. You know there's people that would die to have a chance, even if they knew they could never come back to see something like Mars, to see something far away. But we are going to get a very pretty look at the sun passing behind Mars, so we're going to be on the dark side of the planet here. It's actually not a terrible orbit if I'm wanting to investigate the ice probe, so or the ice cap, so we'll conveniently say that's what we're trying to do. So there's the sun, and now we get the nice view of the stars again. This is the back side of the planet. There's apparently some pretty nice features here, but I'm going to gawk and miss my mark, so I better keep my eyes on the prize, because we are just about to get the nice sunrise, and I need to be focusing on getting ready for a retrograde burn and to use the last of my monopropellant to get pretty close. So let's go ahead and get on the other side of the nav ball because we are doing a backwards burn. Once again, so much of our monopropellant was from our rocket that was designed to get us up out of orbit and to do a big burn. We didn't really need the delta V that much at all. I just gotta pay more attention to what angle my orbit's at. I didn't even check. So maybe I can do this in the future, but we're doing a retrograde burn for Duna. We're here. Hard part of the mission's over. We actually managed to hit the planet. I'm really excited and looking forward to career mode, just to see what that's all about. See if it's like challenges for hitting stuff, what the cost is, how the economy is going to work if your disasters actually negatively impact your space program. So yeah, we've got just enough monopropellant. But I'm kind of playing this as I can't visit a planet without probing it first. So I don't know if I'll be doing any Mars missions anytime soon. But I will tell you I'm going to be doing one big-ass retrograde burn here momentarily. About 15 seconds, and then I have a very nice view of the ice caps. I have a nice view of the daylight. But we're going to do this burn kind of from the map view, just to make sure we got it right. And there is Ike, which we should be able to see with the naked eye here in a little bit. Unlike Mars, I believe Duna only has one moon. So let's burn. Retrograde. Slow down. It's just... we are here, that's good. Well above the atmosphere as well. So yeah, perfect this time. Can't ask for much better than that. Other than I could do one more kind of superficial burn, just to get these take it. Take that one to the bank. Alright, do one more burn just to be anal. We could bring these in even closer, 132, 114, that's great. What would I need to do to actually adjust my orbit? I could crash into the planet that way, no reason for that. If I wanted to actually change my trajectory here, I'd have to use a lot of fuel, because my orbit right now is effed up. Yeah, pretty much because I missed my mark, I will be having kind of an imperfect orbit here. But I don't care, because this is where I'm at. I am around another planet, and there's Ike. Hi, Ike. That's so cool. So we are currently going to be having some pretty views of Mars. I'll do some quick orbiting just because I love seeing this stuff in the game. Here's the ice cap with some distinct features, and that's not just texture on there. If you go land on the surface, it is actual terrain that we're looking at. So this is really nice renders. Well, it's just a well-made game overall. So we're going to do an orbit around Mars. There's Ike passing under. And I think we are pretty stable. Let's slow it down and look at the front side. Alright, so I just inspected my motor. It's fine. That's good, because we don't actually need it anymore. We are currently falling around this planet. And we're not actually going to be landing with this, because we do not have any landing module. And we're almost out of monopropellant anyway. So pretty much if I ever want to return back to Kerbal, I don't know how I do it. Because let's actually, there's Mars. And in order to get back to Kerbal, which is now way over there, I would, first off, my orbit is so crazy, I'd have to adjust so much. But just hypothetically, if I wanted to get back to Kerbal, what would I have to do? So here, I would have to go back towards the sun. Let's see, I don't want to put myself in a dead stop. Pretty much, that is what my orbit looks like. It is so screwed up. It's not even like a non-planet orbit, but not leaving. There we go. So there's Mars. There's Duna. Pretty cool. Going around the southern end of it, southern pole. Kind of be able to get most of the planet in this shot now with some very large, but worn and weathered craters. I imagine most of this is carbon dioxide ice and not water ice, but they'll give us the opportunity to investigate these planets for resources and stuff in the future. It's my understanding that will be part of career mode. So that's pretty neat. And there's the sun, and we'll watch it set over the dark side, and we'll watch a nice Duna rise. And we're going to call this a eclipse. So there we go, sun down. And thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed sharing this special Kerbal Space Program noob moment with me as the sun comes up on another planet. Well done. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.